All right, y'all. Ask and you shall receive. So I've been getting a whole lot of questions. How'd you get your bounce back up? How'd you get your vertical jump back up? Again, I'm 35. I went from barely being able to touch the rim on a good day to dunking again in 100 days, and I'm still working on it because I want to get back up to a 40-inch vertical. All right, I'm sitting at about 36 inches right now on a running vertical, so I'm trying to get back up to 40 plus off my running, and I want to hit 36 plus off my standing. Anyway, the backbone of my training when I started this January 1st, right here, Jump Attack, Tim Grover. You can get this book. It has the whole program laid out for you. You get it on Amazon for like $10. If you've been watching The Last Dance, you'll have seen this guy because this was Jordan's trainer. Jordan was his first client, and then since then he's branched out. He's trained Kobe, he's trained D-Wade, you know, those guys had him on rotator. And then since then he's worked with almost any high-level athlete in any sport at some point in their careers since Jordan, okay? He's the best in the business. He goes through all the science and puts together the workouts here in this book. Now, I'm warning you, they are intense workouts. They're pretty long workouts, so you're working longer than probably what you're normally used to, but there are more rest days built into the program because that is how you increase vertical jump performance and explosive performance. You know, high load with certain progressions and then with rest to let everything set in. So it goes through all the principles in this. I'm demonstrating in this video what's known as the force phase. So it's broken up into 3 phases. Fire, which is the first phase. It's all lower body isometrics. It's going to get your joints, your ligaments strong and healthy. It's going to stretch the muscles back out so they can fire properly. And doing just the first phase for me cleared up a lot of joint health issues I was having at the time. The phase I'm going through now is the second phase, called the force phase. It's all about learning how to produce force off the ground to jump higher, and then training your muscles to compress and then fire, right? And that's how you vertical jump train. And then the last phase is the flight phase. It's putting all of it together and teaching your body how to do it repeatedly. So it's kind of conditioning plus force, so you can jump high and do it repeatedly for your sport, whatever it is. I'm demonstrating the force phase, which is phase 2. Each phase it's a 3-week work phase, and you have a 1 week off, and then you start the next phase. Again, don't start this phase that I'm demonstrating right now until you've done phase 1 if you want the maximum results. If you've been vertical jump training and doing intense training before that, you might be able to take some of the principles in this video and add them to your own program. But those of you, if you're starting from scratch or you're starting over like I was, go through the whole program if you really want results. Don't skip steps. And it's going to take some planning on your part, just know that. So pay attention. Again, the principles here. This is week 1 of the force phase, so it has basically you start every set with a exercise to loosen your hips up. Then you have a static hold. So the first week of this phase, you're holding a plank or some type of static hold for 30 seconds. You're doing a weighted movement, and then after that, you're doing a plyometric movement. It's something known as the French contrast method or the post-activation potentiation method. Basically, you do a weighted movement, right? Primes your nervous system to move weight, then you move your body weight only, and it increases your explosive power, both in your muscle output, but also getting your brain and your nervous system ready to explode. So pay attention, don't skip. On this video, you're doing 3 sets of everything, and you want to try to increase the weight every set. So pay attention, let me know how it goes.
So you're going to start each set of each progression with 15 glute bridges, one leg. So you're doing 15 on the right leg, 15 on the left leg. Again, this is only for the force phase that we're demonstrating here. So you're doing it before every set that you do. It's the first thing that you do. Again, as part of the programming. We're loosening up the hips and getting the hips or just getting the whole body ready to fire as we loosen up. So you're doing this training 2 times a week. So on the first day of the week, start with your right leg. On the second day of the week, you'll start with your left leg and just alternate that way each time you do it. Now here, at the end of each progression, so you're doing 3 sets of each progression, or 3 sets of each sequence. So at the end of each progression, so at the end of your 3rd set, you're going to do this quad stretch. So elevate the front foot, pulling back opposite hand, opposite leg, drive your hips forward to open up the psoas muscle and stretch the quad. Again, you're doing that at the end of each progression. So you'll do this a total of 4 times because there's 5 progressions, or there's 4 progressions. There's 5 progressions total, but there's 4 progressions where you'll do this hip flexor and quad stretch, because on the last cycle we're working calves only, and you'll see that here in just a second. Doing this 30 seconds each side. All right, so here we go. First phase is this squat hold. So you want to increase your ankle mobility. You see I'm up here on the ledge. If you don't have a ledge or something to use, you can put plates, and then you want to be up on your toes, heels, so toes forward, heels resting on the edge, a surface, or a plate. And then you're holding that squat position for 30 seconds. So your first week you'd hold for 30 seconds. The second week of this phase, you would hold for 20 seconds. Last week, you'd hold for 10 seconds. The idea is you're holding for less time, but you're increasing the weight each week. So you're gonna hold first week 30 seconds, and then you're doing 10 reps of these box squats. And again, you're up on your tiptoes while you do these box squats. So it's kind of like tiptoe box squats. And again, try to be as explosive as possible as you're driving through on the squat. So then after that, rest is needed here. You want to be sort of fresh, but you don't have to be fresh. You don't want to rest too much, so 30, 45 seconds. And then these are lunge butt kicker jumps. All right, so front leg down, kick your butt with the back leg. Again, if you're having problems, I've been through this. This is the 2nd time through this program for me, so I'm getting pretty good at them. If you need to regain your balance, you don't have to do them rapid fire like this. There's a good example with me. I lose my balance. Regain your balance, get a good plant, and then keep going. And then make sure, this is a key point, when you land, you absorb the force. Again, this is a thing that increases the conditioning and the benefit of the workout. So your next phase, again, you'll start with those glute bridges, and then we're going into a weighted lunge hold. Now in the book, he calls for a dumbbell hold. I don't have any dumbbells available right now, so I'm doing it with a barbell. I'll also do this with a kettlebell. So again, you're holding right leg for 30 seconds, then you're doing 10 step back lunges on the right leg, and then you'll switch over, hold on the left leg for 30 seconds, and do 10 step back lunges with the left leg afterwards. All right, so after our weighted lunges, we're going into some tuck jumps. Again, try to go rapid fire, but if you lose your balance like I do here, regain your balance and go up and do the movements. Again, we're doing 10 jumps of everything in that first week. The second week, you'll go into 8, and then the third week, you'll do 6. So here we're doing burpee deadlifts. So again, you're starting with 30 seconds of this plank hold on the barbell. And then you'll see me demo a burpee deadlift. Again, this is one where as you get to the end of the program, you really start jacking some heavy weight on the deadlift. So I'm starting here, it's 95 pounds. Again, we're compound movements and we're looking to move the bar quickly. But you'll see as it all comes together, you end up, getting pretty good numbers on the deadlift without realizing it, and you get really explosive. So again, you burpee into it. You're not doing the push-up on the burpee. We're just trying to coordinate both hemispheres of the body here and move the bar fast. And then after the burpee deadlifts, again, you're doing 10 of these. We're going into 10 box jumps, seated box jumps. So again, land well, feet off the ground. And you're trying to do this without rocking forward too much. You're literally just trying to throw your feet down onto the ground and explode up. If you don't have a box, which you're supposed to increase the height each week. So here, this is like 26 inches. The next week, you'll increase the height. So since I don't have any more height to increase, since I'm using these stacks of plates, I will replace these with pike jumps. So you start from the seated position and then you do a pike jump as high as you can. So our next phase in the progression is it's a straight leg deadlift hold. So again, hinging at the hips. You're not going all the way to the ground, but you're kind of getting parallel, almost where your body's making a 90-degree angle. Remember, don't round your back. Keep the shoulders back, glutes locked in tight, and you're holding for 30 seconds. Again, the next week you would do for 20, and the last week you're holding for 10, increasing weight each week. And then you're doing 10 Romanian deadlifts or straight leg deadlifts, depending on who you talk to, what these are called. So doing 10 of them. And then our last plyometric movement, we have one-legged butt kickers. So we saw the two-legged butt kickers here. You're doing the same thing, but you're jumping off one leg. You want to kick your butt and land on the same leg. And as you'll see, I'm landing and my knee is bending and absorbing the force. Again, this is one of the keys to, one, learning how to land so you don't injure yourself when you're playing your sport. 2, learning how to absorb that shock and force actually makes your joints, your tendons, your ligaments really strong and works to rehab your joints. It has a rehabilitating effect. So you're doing 10 on each leg. Again, first time you do the workout in the week, do the right leg. And then the second day, you do the workout in the week, start with the left leg. Do both legs each time, just alternate which leg you start on each time you do the workout. All right, in the last part of the workout, it's been pretty intense to this point. Now we're just getting the calves firing. So again, you're doing this weighted calf raise hold, again holding for 30 seconds the first week, second week for 20, last week for 10, again trying to increase weight each week. Again, get up on a ledge or a surface, or you can use plates if you don't have them. Now if you don't have a ledge or a surface, then just do it standard on a flat surface. It's better than nothing. Now this is the only part of the workout, this last phase, this fifth phase, where you do not do the glute bridges. All right, so, and then remember also you're doing that quad and hip flexor stretch, the end of each progression. You do not do the quad and hip flexor stretch at the end of this progression. Instead, you're going to do this calf stretch that you're going to see here at the end of the video. So on this one, again, you're holding and then you're doing 15 reps. So this is the only one you're not doing 10 reps after your hold. You're doing 15. And trust me, it get your calves burning. Mine are burning pretty bad right here. And then here's the calf stretch. Again, get on an elevated surface. Again, this ledge in my garage is almost the exact height to get a great or a great calf stretch. Again, 30 seconds each calf, and then you are done for the day.